Escaping Conflict, Island Refuge, EMP, Book 1. Written by Grace Hamilton. Narrated by Michael Mills. Chapter 1. Elna loved walking the orderly rows of their vineyard, where the trellis posts and tops of the wires seemed to stand at attention as she passed, like soldiers at inspection. There was a beautiful simplicity in it, though she knew there was a complex and exacting science behind the design, which made her love it all the more. It was, in her opinion, the perfect time of day, with the sun burnishing the distant waves and casting long shadows over the island. It made the tasting room, a faux rustic building, all aged oak and sturdy beams, seem almost to glow. The vineyard was on a slight slope. As she worked the rows with her pruning shears, constantly kneeling, squatting, and standing, she felt the growing stiffness in her shoulders and legs. As she often did when she worked alone, she had her earbuds in and was currently listening, half listening, to a rather dull NPR interview on her phone. She preferred talk to music. It gave the restless part of her mind, the part that needed to think, consider, solve, something to focus on when she was doing repetitive tasks. She had just rounded a bend and turned into the last row of vines when the interview abruptly cut off. After a moment of silence, there was a harsh squawk, and then a different voice cut in. Elna reached up to remove the earbuds, but just as her finger touched the wire, the new speaker's words caught her attention. Breaking news! NORAD has issued a high-priority warning confirming that missiles have been launched from multiple locations in the Korean peninsula, some of which are thought to be EMP missiles. According to the warning, EMP missiles work by detonating in the atmosphere. The intent is to disable electronics. The missiles were launched 5 minutes ago. Interceptor missiles have been launched in an attempt to minimize the attack. But this is... The speaker's voice cracked. This is a massive attack involving dozens of missiles that could potentially impact the whole of North America. Elna rose, the pruning shears slipping from her grasp. Was this some sort of War of the Worlds hoax? It had to be. How was such a strike even possible? Wouldn't they have known about the threat long before the missiles were launched? It can't be, she muttered. But some deeper, more analytical part of her mind responded. Of course it can. Anyone listening to this broadcast is advised to seek shelter immediately, the voice continued. We will provide more information as it becomes available. Again.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?